Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and one vice presidential contender for former President Donald Trump. He just made an announcement that might really hurt his chances. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. Couple things I want to get out of the way right off the top of this video. I agree with what this senator said, but I don't know how Donald Trump, the former president, is going to take it. And two, this has been my top pick for vice president for this entire time, and I see him kind of fading into the background now. Tim Scott appeared on the Sunday shows, and he was asked point blank, you certified the election and you issued a statement the day before the election that you would certify the election. Do you stand by that? And he said he does stand by that, and I stand with him. And the reason is, even if you think it wasn't, how can I say this without getting in trouble? Even if you think that there might have been shenanigans, you still have to certify the election. Those electors were sworn in. Their votes were cast. Your role now is really just ceremonial at that point, honestly. The chances to object, to go to courts, that was all done. It was all done with. And so it had to be by the Constitution, unless you're going to ask these people to violate the Constitution. If that's what you're going to ask of these people, our elected representatives and senators, to violate the Constitution, that's one thing. I will not ask them that. No matter what I think of what happened in the election, no matter what I think about fairness, I am a proponent of I'm a constitutionalist at heart. And I understand that, okay, look, we gotta have back at it in 2024. That's our next plan of action. There is no other plan of action because we had exhausted at that point all legal remedies. So we were stuck. I think Tim Scott made the right decision. But a lot of people think this answer is really going to hurt him in the VP sweepstakes with former President Donald Trump. I want you to hear what he says and his explanation for it. And then I want you to give me your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you agree with me, with him, or you disagree. We appreciate your comments no matter what. So watch this and let me know.
Visit to Capitol Hill since before the attack on January 6th. I want to play something for you that he said just days before he came back to Capitol Hill about those who have been convicted for attacking the Capitol. Take a listen.
Those J6 warriors, they were warriors, but they were really more than anything else. They're victims of what happened. All they were doing is protesting a rigged election.
So do you buy that the people that came in, beat up Capitol police officers, broke into the building, that they're warriors, or he's also called them hostages, that they're victims? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, anyone who attacks an officer, whether on the Capitol grounds or any place else in the country, should serve time. The question is, for those nonviolent folks who sat outside, who actually simply protested or came into the Capitol because the doors were open, who created no crime, no challenges, those folks today sit in crime in pre-trial. That's a devastation. Some of those have been in pre-trial incarcerated for longer than the sentence attached to that crime. But let me say simply, John, the greatest threat to democracy today is Joe Biden. It started back when he became president. We saw a botched Afghanistan withdrawal where 13 Americans lost their lives. We've seen a wide open, insecure, unsafe southern border with sleeper cells likely in our country. Over 100,000 Chinese nationals crossing our southern border. Men from Yemen, Iraq, and Afghanistan now populating our country. Senator, the 10 million illegal immigrant invasion.
Okay, Senator, the day before that violent mob attacked the Capitol, you put out a statement explaining your decision to certify Joe Biden's election victory. Do you stand by that? You were not one of those that challenged the results. You voted to certify Biden's election victory. Do you stand by that?
Certainly. I will stand by that decision and the next decision to certify the fact that Donald Trump will be the next president of the United States. November 5th, the day of reckoning, is coming. The early ballots go out in places like North Carolina starting in September. We're going to focus on making sure that we use every tool in the toolkit to make sure that this election results are clear and profound, and that the American people get 4 more years of low unemployment, low inflation, high enthusiasm, and a president respected and sometimes feared on the global stage. That president will be Donald Trump.
All right, and then very quickly, we're just about out of time, but you had said that Mike Pence absolutely did the right thing when he defied Donald Trump's demand to not certify that election. Do you still stand by that Pence absolutely did the right thing on January 6th?
The Constitution is clear. What we're trying to focus on is how do we make sure we get 4 more years where the American people, particularly kids like me, growing up in poverty, have the best future we could possibly have.
Senator Scott, thank you.
Version of the American dream. That takes Donald Trump.
Senator Scott,